Parents, spouses, children, and friends. Here you see the inspiration for our candidates. One candidate has even had 12 family members impacted by cancer. Some are in it to give back to the community. Some are in it to win it and be on that billboard. Some are just driven by the competitive spirit. So we asked the candidates, what is your inspiration?
My inspiration to become Man of the Year for the LLS this year stemmed from sponsoring the event last year. We did the tabletop gifts, and it touched my heart in a way that was incredible. And the second reason is I've lost 12 family members, so this is in their honor.
My training is in psychology, and I'm a clinical health psychologist, so one of my rotations was working at the hospital with oncology patients, and I guess just through all of that, I just kept watching these little people, these little tiny heroes, just taking on the challenge, watching their families struggle through it with such resiliency that I was just moved by the entire experience.
My inspiration for becoming a Man of the Year candidate is really to give back to the community and help others who are less fortunate than I am. It's for the people who have been touched by leukemia and lymphoma and other blood cancers. And it's quite an honor to have been nominated by both John and Michael to be part of this wonderful campaign.
My inspiration for being involved in this campaign comes from my friend Mike Borchers. He was involved last year in honor of his mom, who's a lymphoma survivor. And she was diagnosed with lymphoma the same time my business partner Jim Whitney was diagnosed. And so he is a big inspiration for me being involved, as well as a patient of ours, LLS Go, who got his braces on in the fall of 2009 at our office, and we were instrumental in his diagnosis of leukemia.
I met a lot of people who enjoy volunteering, and it's a great way to meet people. And one of the people that I met was Marcine Lee, who's actually on my campaign team. And she does volunteering for a hobby. She will spend Saturdays and Sundays just attending various volunteer events, and she loves it. And I wanted to do something similar, get more involved in volunteer efforts. And when I was nominated to be a part of this campaign last year, I thought this would be a great opportunity to do some volunteering and to take it to a whole different level.
My inspiration to be a candidate for Woman of the Year came while I was getting ready for work one day. I really started reflecting on my life and what I was doing with my career and around the community, and I wanted to make a difference and touch other people's lives any way I could.
First, leukemia has hit real close to my family. My grandfather died of leukemia in 1980 when the survival rate was 50%. Today, it's 90%. Second is my mother-in-law was diagnosed with chronic leukemia in 2005. She's very important to our family and our household, and it just would not be the same without her. And I love competition, and I think that this is a great competitive environment, but what's so special about it is the fact that nobody loses, everybody wins.
My inspiration in the campaign is my nephew Nicholas and the battle that he's been fighting. And what I've always tried to do, being involved with Leukemia Lymphoma Society, is to help people understand the complexities of this disease and what it takes to find a cure.
My inspiration for getting involved in the campaign for Man Woman of the Year was a client of mine, Bruce Birch, who had leukemia. And he got me involved in playing in a golf tournament about 18 years ago, and I had such a good time playing in the golf tournament that I got more involved with the organization. I've chosen to dedicate my fundraising efforts to my mom, Ann Bartlett. She passed away last year, but she was a dedicated volunteer to the LLS Georgia chapter. And through her example, she taught all of us girls the importance of charitable giving.
My inspiration for becoming part of the Man of the Year campaign is my daughter Leila and my mother-in-law Arvella. In 1991, Leila was diagnosed with ALL, acute lymphocytic leukemia. Leukemia Society initiated a fundraising program called Team in Training. Team in Training is a big part of our life, and we'll continue to do work for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. In 2003, my daughter joined me in completing the Virginia Beach half marathon. And that was a great time and just an awesome experience having her there with me.
My inspiration for being a candidate is definitely my niece, Rollins. She's my hero. She was diagnosed at 2 years old with ALL, and she's doing great. She was Alabama's Girl of the Year. Rollins had a 96% chance of a cure, and I want to make sure everyone in all of the blood diseases and all of the families that are involved, that everybody has the same chance that she had.
11 years ago, I was 25 and diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia in the emergency room at Northside Hospital. And on my day of diagnosis, I was told I was 2 weeks away from passing. So basically, you're told immediately that you're 2 weeks away from dying, and it kind of puts a tailspin in your life. So I'm happy to say, though, that this past May, I celebrated 10 years in remission, and that is definitely a huge inspiration of why I'm doing this. But I'm also got involved with Leukemia Lymphoma Society through their team and training program, and I've completed a full marathon, 3 half marathons, and I've raised over $20,000. So I thought, why not do the extra challenge and throw my hat in for Women of the Year to see if I can do that. I want a world where 10 years in remission isn't celebrated but expected.